Hey guys, this is Lindsay from Perfectly Bookish, and happy Independent Bookstore Day! So I am in Kenosha right now. It's about an hour drive from where I live, and they are having a big event, Blue House Books, and they're having it at the museum because it's a bigger space. And there is going to be a book exchange. I bought the ticket where you could get brunch, and then there's going to be an author talk with games, and I'm excited because all the vendors that are going to be here are all book related, and then I might head on over to the bookshop and see what's going on there. So let's have a super fun day. Hi guys, it's Sunday. It is the next day. I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the event. My ticket was $35, $36 and change after tax. And what was included with my ticket was I got to participate in a book exchange. There was a brunch. Then there was a book/author talk, and then those authors signed. I arrived to Kenosha at 9:30. It said doors open at 9:45. I saw a lot of vendors setting up still. I just stayed in my car till 9:40, and people were lining up inside already. It wasn't one of those moments I was in a rush, like excited to get to all the authors that I wanted to. That wasn't coming till later. So I got in, and when you entered, also included in your ticket was this bag. Blue House Books is the independent bookstore that was sponsoring the event and is in Kenosha. And in my bag, you got this sheet that explains some stuff going on for the day. And during the book talk, there were trivia questions to answer, so that was all in your packet. And it's over there, but you had a bingo sheet where there would be words said throughout the presentation, and you had to fill in the words, so that if you heard your word said through the presentation, you marked it off on your sheet, and that's how you could win bingo. Everyone got a book, and I got an ARC copy of A Forbidden Alchemy by Stacy McEwen, and this comes out in July. I just love how the cover looks, and I am intrigued by it, so this will be fun to read. I got a notepad, and then inside the book, I took it out. We got some different stickers and fun stuff. A Crescent City sticker I was excited for. I have True Crime is My Love Language. And then this is Hold My Beer. It's a store in Kenosha, but it says Ask Me about my favorite book. So I think that's an axe throwing place. And then this one's really cute. I love my indie bookstore, and it has the Blue House Books on the awning of the store, a Geneva Rose bookmark, a Blue House bookmark, and then I really liked this. The housemaid is watching. Oh, I didn't realize I lined that up right by my face. And then I also got a bookmark, a magnetic bookmark. Geez, if I could open it. And then these were in my bags. Someone gave me theirs. Most all bags had these orange Tic Tacs and then a pen so you could fill in your bingo card. I luckily had a pen in my purse. But so this was a really cute swag bag to get, and I love the sturdiness of this bag as well to use again and again. Once we got in, I will say the space was cramped. There were, I don't know, let's say 6 tables for brunch, and then in the front there were already chairs lined up for the talking part of it, and I made sure to find a chair that was like open in the back behind me so I didn't feel cramped. So that was a little tough spacey wise, and too during the talk, like all these people, I was just sitting in a spot where it was a space where people came and went, and it just was annoying because it was so cramped. They kept like bumping into me and everything. So I just wish the space was a little bigger. I'm guessing I'm really bad with numbers, but let's just say there was 130 or 100 some people in this space, and you saw that in the videos. But we got in the brunch line, and brunch was really, really good. There was fruit, eggs, some potatoes, then they had these huge Cinnabons, and then there was also chocolate chip cookies if you wanted, orange juice, and then there was this local coffee shop that if you drank coffee, you could go get a free cup from them. I gave mine to someone else because I don't drink coffee, but I thought that was really a really nice option because then you are also supporting some of the local businesses around the area too. Then during / after lunch, we did the book exchange. So while my table was eating during lunch, sorry, my cat's right here. That's why I was looking down, giving some love pets. And anywho, we put our books out on the table and then we walked around. It was kind of just like if you see a book you like, take it, because if I wanted a book that you had but you didn't want a book I had, we couldn't do an exchange. So everyone just laid their books on the table and walked around to see what they were interested in. And I brought a Kristen Proby book, an Emily Henry book, and a Colleen Hoover book, and I was excited that even though I brought, what did I bring? It Starts With Us. I came back with Layla. This is maybe just, I think this might have been the last Colleen Hoover book that I didn't own. I read it and I liked it. I borrowed it from the library, and I'm excited to have my own copy, so I was excited when I saw this. Then I picked up a Nana Malone book. I didn't even realize it is an art copy, and it's really cool because it is already signed. I picked up this book because Nana is going to be at a signing I am going to in a couple of weeks, and originally I thought, oh, I could take this and ask her to sign it, but it is already signed, and my friend also wanted to read some books by this author, and I thought, what better way to read a new author to me. And then I picked up this Highest Bidder collection by Willow Winters and Lauren Landish. I've read Willow before and I enjoy her books, so I thought this was a great pickup as well. So I can't believe I got these books in the book exchange. It was awesome. Then a downer to the next part of the event. So this took us to about 10:30, 10:40, like that. So we had a big gap in between. The author and book talk was supposed to happen at 11:30, but then for some reason they pushed it back to 12. We were all in there, we were ready. They kept pushing us, go see the vendors, there's plenty of time, and we're all like, no there's not, it starts in 5 minutes. So I will say that was tough when you're told it's going to start at one time and then it didn't. So I did walk around to the vendors, and I thought they were all going to be book related. Some were, some weren't, and at least with the downtime you got to talk to a lot of people, and the person who I was sitting by lives closer to actually my area versus the town where this book sign was, and her name was Holly. She loves cats, she loves sports romance as well, so it was fun. I'll put her Instagram handle in the description below, and I'm going to talk about her again in a little bit. Oh, I want to show you, I did buy this shirt while I was there, Haunted by my TBR. I thought this was really cute, and yeah, I mean, it's a true statement. There's so many books and I'm haunted by it. So I always like finding new bookish shirts. Oh, this one that I'm wearing, I don't remember if I've worn this in the video before, but my friend made it because I love cats and I love listening to audiobooks, so she made this on her Cricut for me. But then going into the talk portion, what they did is they had different categories. So they had Weird Girl, Fiction, Spill the Tea, Kicking Your Feet, Make Your Life Magical, Toxic, Take Me Away, and Somebody's Watching Me. And then it started out, they asked 3 or 4 trivia questions, and if you got all of them right, you raised your hand and you got a raffle ticket. It was really nice. They had 2 different kind of raffles. The ones for the trivia question, it was for these big prizes where it wasn't just you got at least a book, but then you got a gift card to Blue House Books, and then there were different goodies from different stores around the town, which was super awesome. And then there was a different raffle where you could just automatically, they give you 5 tickets to put in these different categories. They have books for these different categories. Some there were 2 books, and some I think there were 6. Able to have the raffles. That was awesome. And everyone did, for the big prize, get a blue ticket in their tote bag. Then they would talk about 4 or 5 books each from each category and tell you about upcoming books. And then if it was a category that had to do with one of the authors, then they'd save their books for last, and then those authors would come up and talk about their new book and a little bit about themselves, which was fun as well. Originally I thought it was going to be more local authors or Wisconsin based authors, but someone came all the way from Houston, which was really cool. So it was fun that you got their pitch for their book. And I will say though, this section did take quite a few hours. What was I? Well, like 3.5 hours, I believe. Started at 12 and like 3:30, I think it ended for the signing part. Sitting all day was tough, and I wish it could have been a little shorter, like maybe minimize the amount of books that was talked about, because like I have so many doodles in here. I just started drawing because I needed to keep myself occupied. That's why I don't get mad like when my students doodle when I'm talking, because as long as you're paying attention, I get that you have to do that sometimes when stuff just kind of goes on and on. So it was long, but it was nice because you got to hear about different books and you got to hear from those authors. At the end of everything, there was an author Q&A, which was fun. There was stuff that I learned about the authors I didn't realize. Ali Novak, you may have heard of her book, it's something like My Life with the Walter Boys, I believe, because it is a Netflix show. That is actually how I was introduced to her first. Her book that just came out is My Return to the Walter Boys. And she actually wrote the first book when she was 15 years old. And I believe she's maybe around 30 now. So making the second book, she said it was quite the process. She had to go back, reread the first book, because she was the age of her character then, and now you're an adult trying to write in a teenager's mind. So it's just interesting hearing her process for that. So nice. The person to my left gave me those Tic Tacs and the pen since I didn't get it. And then the person to my right, Holly, she won the grand prize at the end, the grand prize raffle. And she ended up getting 6 books because it was one from each of the authors that was there to talk. She got a gift card, $50 gift card to Blue House Books, gift cards for places around the area. And then because she didn't read some of the genres of the authors that were there, she gave me those books. So thank you so much, Holly. That was so nice. Like I said, I'll have her Instagram handle down below. So I got The Edge of Yesterday by Rita Woods, and then she signed this during the signing part. For me, it was so cute. She had these little bags of cotton candy to go with her book. And then I have The Business Trip by Jessie Garcia. And then I'm going to show you signed. And then I have this book, Will Bear Me by Ashley Winstead. She's the one that came from Houston, and actually started reading a little bit of it last night. And also, I did bring some book plates with me to ask the authors to sign as well. It was Brittany Cherry, Lane Fargo, Allie Novak were the other 3 authors besides the ones on the books I just showed you. So overall, it was a nice event. Got to support an indie bookstore, which is always nice. And I had never been over there before for that bookstore. I've been in the area before. My dad actually used to work in Kenosha many years ago, and I'm not sure how long that bookstore has been there. I just got really lucky. I follow Brittany Cherry on social media, and I saw that she was having a tour for her newest book. And when I saw Kenosha, I'm like, I'm going to check this out. This is the event that was there. So that was very cool that I ended up finding. I mean, great price, $35 for all this stuff, getting to hear the authors talk, like 6 authors, not just one, and having the brunch, meeting new people. And yeah, I would definitely go again. I'm curious if any indie bookstores around where you live held any events. I saw different ones popping up on Instagram that people were going to and having a fun time. I will say I was sad because I wanted to look for the golden Libro FM ticket at the actual bookstore since this was hosted at the museum, but we were at the museum all day so we couldn't go look for that. So congrats to whoever found those golden tickets. I know they were at different indie bookstores in different states, so if you found one of those, let me know too. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.